Hey, how's it going, everyone? Andy Hall, Big Zebra, Cindy Plaza in the chat. What's up, Cindy Plaza? Hope you're doing
Hello,
okay.
Cindy. Oh, Lordy. Yeah, that story was disturbing about sentencing
Henry Bob.
atheists to of course, the problem, and I think even when a Christian releases a video on YouTube talking about atheists, is
Mm.
that just voting with your feet and not showing up to church
Mm.
is a big enough threat to them.
Oh,
But
yeah.
if you actively, I don't believe this, and publicly say so, you're an existential threat to
Oh,
religious
yeah.
belief. And it doesn't matter that you're only one out of a billion.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um,
It is the meme, right? We're going to use the meme in the Richard Dawkins kind of way. The
mm,
meme, the virus the religious virus, the monotheistic Abrahamic
mm,
virus can detect enemies, and that's what atheism is. Because it isn't, because well, this isn't anything original that I'm saying, but it's one thing to be another brand of faith,
mm,
but to
mm,
not believe at all. That is, I think that, like I said, the monotheistic Abrahamic religion meme treats that in a like in a really
mm.
violent way and very aggressive way. What's up, Tobin Templeman?
Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hi, Tobin. Speak again because your microphone seemed odd to me.
Hello?
Really? You're
Am I
normal.
seeming strange?
You're not strange.
Okay, it's good. Sorry, maybe it was just an initial hiccup on
Good
my
luck with
end.
this. Good luck with the surgery tomorrow, Cindy. I know it's your
Oh, yeah.
the heel, which I imagine is a um, that sounds, it could be complicated because I remember my basic anatomy and physiology.
Hmm.
And there's a lot of things going on down there in the heel, in the foot, you know? So good luck.
Yes, Cindy, you are surrounded by people who wish you well, and if we were the praying kind, we would pray for you.
Yep. If sacrificing a chicken would
Mm,
help, then I would sacrifice a gaggle of them or a flock maybe of chickens. But
mm. Tell
even
you
though I'm
what,
a
why don't
vegetarian,
the carnivores here decide to eat some chicken, and that will be the sacrifice.
oh well, that's good. That would be fine.
I had
So I was
chicken yesterday, so I'm already good.
Oh, I was listening to. I've been binging through the History of Rome podcasting, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but the Roman military would carry sacred chickens with them
Really?
to predict whether or not a battle would go well, and
Oh,
Mm,
the
that
Hindis got it wrong. It's not a sacred cow, it's a sacred chicken.
sacred
yeah.
chicken, yeah. And so that's where I believe, and this is what I heard on the podcast, and pretty reliable information on that podcast, is that that's where we get the wishbone myth from, the wishbone superstition from. It's from sacred Roman chickens.
Augury is the term, right?
Mockery.
Where
That's right.
you divine from patterns, chickens may or birds make in the sky, or
Yep.
what
Yep.
they do in the
Exactly.
ground.
Yep.
And Tobin keeps chickens, don't you?
Oh, man, I would love to have some chickens. I have taken care of chickens. Yeah.
That is interesting. Blazing
Mm.
is that we know prayer induces stress for those who know they're being prayed for. Interesting.
No prayer for Cindy.
If that means believing. Oh, here's John Hudson. Here we go, John Hudson. What's up?
Hey, there is the man.
Good
A
morning.
haircut.
Morning, John.
He got a haircut and a trim.
Did he? Did he?
The beard got trimmed.
Oh,
No,
okay.
Yeah.
there's no haircut.
Because you're going to go out there into the big bad world and get a job, John Hudson. Is that it? Is that why?
I got to go get some chicken food this morning and pick up a cable for the tractor.
You got to look good for the chicken food.
I got to look good. Got all dressed up. Put on a shirt.
That's good. Congratulations.
Excellent.
I like to go into town looking a little odd, shock value, you know.
Sure. You got to
Mm,
keep the natives on their toes.
sure do. If you dyed your beard
Well,
purple or something,
in Austin,
you
it's a little bit different. They embrace being weird.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
like the motto is keep Austin weird.
You know,
So
I
if
just
you're
discovered
one of
some.
those like suit and tie guys, you kind of don't work there.
Yeah.
I just discovered something horrific. I forgot to eat this morning, and I never forget to eat. Yeah, yeah, that's weird, huh?
grab a bagel, doctor. Take 2
Yeah,
bagels and
I'll
call
take.
us
That's
in the
fine.
morning.
Yes, I
Yeah.
will. I will.
If I don't eat it, it hits me, and I just all of a sudden feel weird. You
Mm.
know.
Speaking of feeling weird, I had this thought. I have many thoughts, but I had this thought yesterday. You probably already know that the placebo effect, right? So even when you
Mm.
just get a sugar pill, there's some kind of effect a person feels. Um, and the thing is, when you do medical trials, there with even with just the placebo, just with the sugar pill, people will report negative experiences, side effects, right? They feel dizzy, or maybe they're out of breath. And I'm going, I wonder if people wearing masks had these experiences, these kind of negative side effects from the placebo effect, and that helped juice up the insane anti-mask, antivirus, anti-vaxxer kind of vibe,
Yeah. Yes, I would agree.
Yeah. Because, even, okay, you might be surprised to hear this, but I'm a little hypochondriac. I'm a little bit. Just, I just have a little bit of it's manageable mostly. But even I will, like, when I wear a mask to go in, I'll be like, wow, I feel a little, maybe I'm hyperventilating too. I don't know. Maybe sometimes. And I'm thinking, what happens? What happened if, like, let's say I was a lot more stupid than I am now, or in that community that is anti-vaxxer, and I have these feelings? I think that would push me even deeper into
That'd be kind of
anti-vaxxer.
validating.
Right.
Mm. Hello, 420.
What's up? Got the
Sammy.
horns.
I,
had
I'm,
my Shamala's Hamalad.
Shamala's homilid. When I think about the poor messaging that's been going on by the government or by public health, agencies, I think they probably should have tried to inoculate people about this negative side effects, these imagined side effects from masks. It's like, no, what you're experiencing is just your stupid brain doing stupid stuff. I mean, you'd have to market it better than that.
Mm.
But yeah,
the first COVID that I had, it made me tired. That lasted for about 2 years. I'm kind of getting out of that, but the last one was November or something like that when I got it.
Mm.
And I am salt sensitive. Like food, it's too salty. It's
really,
like,
huh?
yeah, I just like it kind of, but feeling good now. I've lost. I'm down to 195. Was up to 225.
That's a big drop. That's a big drop, John.
Yeah, and I feel good though. I'm feeling better by losing the weight. Pre-COVID, I was about $180.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
I got fat as hell sitting around for a year.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I plumped up, dropped some weight, and now I'm back down to probably the lowest I've been for quite a while. I'm like $182 right now,
Nice.
which is a healthy weight for me. But I do feel good. My blood pressure's down, and
Good for you. Good
My
for
blood
you.
pressure was never high or anything. I wasn't showing anything. I just felt like hell. My knees and back from carrying that extra weight.
Yeah, your knees are gonna feel it.
Yeah,
What
John
about-
Hudson, the only negative side effect is that ponytail. And that's a small price to pay.
Wow, what? How difficult? That was hard. Uncalled
Oh,
for.
that was just fun. He's not.
That's
What's
my
up?
favorite part of John.
Yes.
Not everybody can wear this hairdo. I'm just saying.
That's true.
That's right.
It's not for everybody. It
I'm
works
just
for me.
upset that I'm the only one not the only one with a mohawk.
Right.
Well, I have a mohawk. With this COVID stuff, just being home, it's like, in fact, the last year I wanted the daughter to give me another mohawk, and she's like, "We're not doing that again." I'm like, "Well, I'm not cutting my hair then." And so, yeah, I don't think I'll ever cut my hair again.
Right.
I had when I was going through that phase, when I was dating this really much too young woman, and a woman, officially woman. What you got the mohawk? I see that. Wow.
Yes.
All kinds of filters.
That's excellent.
That's very something.
Stop, Sammy.
It's kind of Cindy Lauper-ish.
There we go.
That's a Wendy O. Williams there.
Yeah, you're right about that, John Hudson.
Lordy.
You know, I was going to in the first show, I was going to start talking about, and I don't, Khaled, i.e., previously known as Justin Downing, and his beliefs that people should be killed for blasphemy. I'm like, I'm running a tight 15-minute show these days. I can't get into that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Can you give us a short bio of this guy? I'm not familiar with him.
I was actually on his show when he was an atheist. And, I didn't think I don't complain a lot about other people, but in terms of how he ran his show, it's like, all right, so he's not perfect running a show. That's fine. I was a guest a couple of times, and there were some hiccups at his end, not my end. Did we lose somebody? I don't. Okay. So, but he converted. He became a Muslim, and now
he advocates killing atheists.
Only if you're in a Muslim country. If you're in the United States of America or in a country where that isn't the law, then he doesn't advocate it. But if you're in, let's say, a place in Nigeria where actually religious courts, if Mubarak had gone to a religious court, they could have killed him for the crime. So Justin Khaled, we'll just call him Khaled, I guess, supports the killing of heretics, infidels, insulters of Muhammad.
What if somebody is say bipolar and in an extreme manic wave has a religious experience that is contrary to theology? Then he dies. If he says anything about it.
I don't know.
I actually got to hang out with him on Richard Madison's channel. And that means he's moving further into that like fanatical part. But I remember in that discussion he said his humanist principles were more important, and like that would trump his Muslim ideology or something like that, something along the lines of that. But that is just that's horrible. It seems like he's just trying to find more things. Yeah. It sounds like he's trying to find things that are just going to get him those kind of clicks. I haven't visited his channel for a long time, or interacted with him.
Yeah, so Jimmy Lou sent me some information about him. I took a look at a couple of other people's videos about Khaled, and it's like, oh yeah, it's right there on YouTube. It's like, yes, I support the killing of people. The physical violence against people if they're blaspheming the prophet, if they're living in a country that has such laws, like in Saudi Arabia, for an example, or in Nigeria, and that's just lunacy.
Yes. I was telling Jimmy he was a punk years ago. He's like, you're right, Papa John.
Well, you will get to see this grind if you're in the community long enough. You will see people that you like. Nothing good's going to come out of these people, and it might take a while because it take. I'm not thinking about Richard Carrier right now, but they kind of get themselves into the trouble bubble. They dig themselves out, and then they're just getting ready to get back into the trouble bubble again because they can't help themselves, right? And typically it has to do with dudes with their penises, but occasionally you have someone like Justin or Khaled who you can kind of like see like, I don't know if there's something right with this guy, and then they become Muslim and a fundamentalist Muslim. Yeah.
Wasn't that singer converted to Islam? Damn it.
Cat Stevens.
Pardon me?
Stevens.
Cat Stevens.
Yes, thank you both.
Yeah.
That surprised me.
Well, I got traumatized by Cat Stevens by one of my previous toxic relationships. I'm just coming around to Peace Train again. I just want to say that I can now listen to Peace Train without thinking about that. So, having negative thoughts.
My introduction to Cat Stevens was in that wonderful film with Bud Cort, and about a boy basically who was obsessed with suicide, Harold and Maude.
Oh, right.
What a wonderful film that is. Some people think it's disgusting, but I think it's beautiful.
Cindy Plaza, who has the inside scoop, he, as in Khaled, had been indoctrinated by 3 guys from the Dawa movement. Hey, guys from the Dawa movement, if you want to be a $20 supporter of my Patreon account, you would have a chance to actually try to convert me. See, that's a challenge right there.
Hey,
I don't think they're gonna. If they really cared, they would pay. They would pay to convert. I mean,
dude, if I had $20 a month, I'd just give it to you. I wouldn't give it to you with a price tag attached.
They've and is this just another scheme for another bit? Just to need a troll to get more material. Maybe it is.
Sure.
They've been relentlessly trying to convert him. Yeah.
Cindy, you should come on and tell us about the Dawa movement. Sorry, Andy.
I think sometimes Cindy's at work or in school or doing something. Right. So there are occasions that Cindy can't come on. But it would be nice. It would be nice.
Does anyone know anything about the Dawa?
Well, let's see. Dawa. Oh, that guy. All right. Invitation is the act of inviting or calling people to embrace Islam. So basically what they did from what I understand, is that they love bombed him and they gave him, how any religious people do.
So when he first converted and I was speaking to him, I think it was on Knox channel. And I said, look, just give it to me in a nutshell.
Yeah.
The main reason. And he said, the love that I've seen in that community.
Let's go. Yeah.
Well, at least that's honest.
That's why you're converting. Come on, man. You are smarter than that. And then he said, and then second to that would be the Kalam.
Cosmological
argument. He was using
cosmological argument. But first and foremost, the love. And I was like, dude, you just got love bombed. Because he said, and it was while he was feeling that the atheist community weren't giving him attention, basically.
You can call this kind of like the David Silverman effect, right? Or the Joe Rogan effect, that people feel like they've been insulted by the community, that they've been insulted, that their delicate feelings have been insulted, and now they decided to go onto the other side. And let me tell you something: if you are someone who's going to suddenly switch who you are because of the fact that a couple of people within the community doesn't like you, there's something going on there.
Yeah.
There's something going on.
I went through life with hardly anybody ever fucking liking me, and
you know, if you're in,
I like it that way.
It really is ridiculous. I mean, one of the first rules that I heard doing stand-up, and I said it once and I'll say it again, is that no one cares about what you're saying. No one cares. And if you walk with that attitude into creating content on social media, whether you're doing blogging or YouTubing, that is liberating, actually. You understand that most people don't care. Your mom doesn't care. Your brother doesn't care. Your sister doesn't care. No one cares. You know, so people didn't receive you with open arms. You didn't get 1 million followers on whatever social media platform you're on. That's part of the business. That's part of it, you know?
Imagine
I think people
getting
have
negative
expectations.
What's that, Tobin?
I think people have too high of expectations. Like, oh, I'm gonna jump on YouTube and start making videos, and people are just gonna automatically know where I'm at and be able to find me. And it takes a long time to build an audience.
To find you.
And want to find you.
Exactly.
It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Yeah. Cindy, if you want to come on Monday, that'd be great. You know, I'll be around. I'm not, doing the thing. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing the thing.
The thing I see about YouTube is that the dumber your stuff is, the more simple, the more followers you get. Like, oh, you want to get followers? Do a gaming thing.
Yeah,
they get millions of hits.
Yeah, I mean, there are ways of gaming the system. There's no doubt about it. I mean, if you want to do smart, intelligent content, like Thomas Westbrook, he does really good content. Holy Kool-Aid, smart animation. I can't speak highly enough about him, like his stuff, without having to do like shticky things like call-in shows. Nothing wrong with call-in shows, but doing stuff like the hang up, which is just shtick. You know, like watch me hang up on people. Wow, that's right. That's really, I'm going to learn a lot of things with that. That's the hook. Yeah. You wonder why I'm not.
But I'm going to be an arrogant asshole first.
Yeah.
Make atheists look bad, and then I'm going to hang up on you.
Right.
Professor Dave, I tell you, not enough people in our community know about him.
I'm sorry, say that again, Sammy.
Professor Dave?
Professor Dave.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea who that is.
See? Yet he has a massive following in the non-secular, just a normal, everyday, YouTube. He's quite large, but he's also very active in the atheist community. So he's debated Kent Hovind, Jesse Lee Peterson,
and not simply. Dave. I'm sorry, I was being dumb. Yes,
his channel is actually Professor Dave Explains.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
and he does a lot of science stuff and a lot of stuff for high school kids and college level kids, explaining everything science. But has PhDs in a few things, so he's a very smart man as well. But you've got to at least go and check out his debates with Jesse Lee Peterson, because I don't know if you'll know, but Jesse Lee has these catchphrases, right? And one of them, he says, beta, as in beta male. He calls people beta.
Yeah.
And Dave is going, Jesse, I need data. I was like, well done, sir. Well done.
Simply Secular Dave says, I was at a family thing last night, and one of the guys was saying, I listen to Joe Rogan every day. COVID is... can I say this without getting banned on YouTube? I hope I can. COVID is blah, blah, blah. 86% of people who died from the blah, blah, blah were in end-of-the-life nursing homes. Yeah.
You just call the C word, just pronounce it backwards, and you'll escape the algorithm.
Oh, that's good.
David
Divok.
Cod?
Divok.
Or Devok.
The Devok.
I believe it's pronounced Devolsh. I believe that's how it's pronounced.
This word I just made up.
The word you just made up. That's how it's pronounced.
Yes. I caught Devote while I was shopping at Target.
You know, the funny thing about content creators too, if you talk to them privately, like I've heard people with huge followings complain that they don't get enough attention. You know, so that's just normal human behavior. People will always, not always, right, but many people, regardless of how large their platform is, will have this thought in the back of their head, like, you know, I don't think enough people are saying nice things about me.
Which is,
to be honest with you, if you're waiting for praise, you can expect to wait a long time.
What were you going to say, 420? You're right about that stuff.
And that's perfectly natural, I think, for us to think that. But I think it's when you express it out loud that's a whole other.
Yeah.
You know, we're getting into woohoo.
Yeah.
I got a like once on Facebook.
and you framed it, and now it sits on your wall. For one like.
How did you know?
And you gave it to yourself?
Yeah.
No.
I did these memes years ago. I want to go back to Khaled for a minute. I did these memes years ago when Dove, the lunatic of Dove pastor church in Florida, he was going to burn the Quran. Remember that? That was like
that wanker. Yeah.
Yes.
That wanker. And so I did all these memes, and you might have seen them. It littered, and I just like vomited them up. It's about don't burn the Quran, and then I put in other things that to do with the Quran, like take it out for a walk. So I took my dog leash and wrapped it up around the Quran, and then I said take it out for a bike ride, and I put it on my daughter's like 6-year-old, you know, on her bike, and then I put it in a car seat, take it out for a drive. And then I put it in with the bleach underneath the sink, the bleach and the cleaners and everything. It's like put it with the other toxic materials. Wow. And so if I had a chance to sit down with Justin, I'd be like, is this going to get me killed? Is that going to get me killed? How about this story that I told about Mary shagging and killing Jesus, Muhammad, and Moses? Would that get me killed? I'm just wondering.
Wow. Oh, can you repost those memes somewhere? Because I would love to see those.
Oh, yeah, and I can make new ones, too, to tell you the truth.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. All right, on that. Okay, so we're closing down for the last 2 minutes. Anyone have last thoughts?
No, I want to see the memes, though. That's on gold.
Yes. We want you to go eat something, Dr. Hall.
Yes, I'm going to go nosh on something. That's what I'm going to nosh on.
Yeah, that's important. Self-care.
Wow. So tomorrow's Friday. That's weird, right?
Yeah.
Already. Yeah. My goodness.
Yeah. I'm going to be dropping a video, a little 60-second video, or 20, one of the shorts, because I was doing my thing this morning, and been thinking about Vladimir Putin and history, and I'm thinking, what is the Russians' biggest enemy? What is Vladimir Putin's biggest enemy? Why is he failing in the Ukraine? And I figured it out. It's confirmation bias. That's the reason why Hitler failed in Russia, why Napoleon failed in Russia. All those things, you know. Just
I got fact checked on Facebook because I did a picture of it was Putin with a pin gonna pop a balloon.
I saw that
too. And they come back saying, and then that was the first picture, and then the bottom picture was him sticking the balloon, and he exploded.
Yes.
And Facebook sent me a notification saying that it was false information.
They said, and because I saw it on the group, one of the groups that I managed, that it was attributed to Bansky, the artist Bansky, and they're like, no, that's not Bansky, that's somebody else, and that's why they gave you a fucking flag, basically.
Banksy?
I believe that was the artist attributed to that piece.
Yeah, Banksy.
Yeah, it's not. It was
he does graffiti art and stuff.
I know. I saw an exhibit of him the last time I was in New York City, actually.
I met him in 2002 up at didn't saw his work, and we saw the guy who was spraying up in Park City. Some of the stuff. So I mean, nobody really knows what Banksy looks like, do they?
I
understand.
I don't know.
But anyhow, there were some guys that were tagging, and we swear that was him. You know, when they had the Olympics in 2002, a bunch of stuff started showing up in Park City. Now they've got it framed and such. Street art that they've actually put it behind glass and stuff. So
cool.
Nobody will destroy it. It's pretty cool.
Right. All right. On that note, heading out. Shamla hamala, everyone.
Hamala.
It's been real.